start back again with another tutorial, and we're going to talk about making risers, uplifters, and downlifters if you reverse the LFO, and something like this right in Serum. Wow. Alright, let's get this popping. So we're going to open up a new instance of Serum, and I have a MIDI bar, like a MIDI note for 4 bars, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just on C3, and we're at the initial patch. I'm going to turn on noise, turn off the oscillator. You can use the oscillator, get creative. I'm just going to show you guys how I do it. We're going to turn the bright white on, and let's turn the level up, and when you hit note, you should get this. Super easy. LFO 1 we're going to draw kind of like this. Let's do something like this, and I'll explain why I do that later. And we're going to turn it, let's just do 4 bars for now. No, we're going to have to do 8. You're going to want to do double what you're actually going to want. So if you want a 16 bar riser, you're going to want to turn the rate to 32. And the reason for this is if I go back here with this finished riser, I guess I might as well explain it now, and I have it at 4 bars, and I just draw it in the traditional way. There may be a way to fix this, but I like how it carries itself. Check it out. Shut this out. You get that nasty ending right there in the pop. So to avoid that, we're going to kind of draw a curve like this, and that way you're going to get the hang time that you desire. So it kind of sounds cool, and you can always trim it or bounce this to audio later and fade out the way you want to fade out, but just so you don't get that nasty pop at the end. Okay, cool. So let's shut that bad boy off. Arm this back. Cool, and you should get the bright white noise. Again, you can use any noise. Now in LFO 2, we're going to do an LFO like this. We can curve it a little bit, and we're going to turn it on. Let's leave BPM off, and let's slow it down around there and modulate our level, something like this. Cool, and you can turn on trigger so it starts at the start. Same for this guy. Now for this LFO 1, it's a 4-bar rising note. So anything you want to modulate over the course of 4 bars, for example, maybe the pitch, which we're going to do now, you'd want to, modulate slowly and rise slowly, this would be the guide to do it. For stuff you'd want to go quickly, like boom, 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 like we were doing before, you'd want to use LFO 2, and that's the level. So combining these two, you get a feel for what each LFO does if you have no idea. Cool. So that's how we're going to start. And now we're going to move to the filter section. And the flanges and all these are the ones I go to when I make risers. The comb filter is a favorite, and make sure you turn on noise and then turn the resonance up so you can get that. And that kind of tunes it a little bit. It grabs harmonics. It creates a note out of the noise, which is cool. It gives it a tonal feel. So check it out. Turn the resonance up so you can hear what it does. Obviously, it gets a little crazy once you crank it. And that's the negative comb. The phasers are cool. The flangers are cool. Ooh, that's sick. Let's use that one. As I said before, I'm kind of freestyling this. I'm not really like, set the setting to 60, whatever. That's not how I do my tutorials. We're going to try to teach you how to make stuff your way, so that way not everybody has the same fucking sounds. So I'm going to modulate the LFO 1 to that, because I want the slower riser. Check it out. So sick. LFO 2, we're going to do on the resonance to kind of create a little bit more. And then let's do pan on LFO 2. And we'll add some drive just to give it some character. And we're on. You can also do pan over here, which gives it a way more hard pan effect. About the same. Depends on what filter you're using, really, I think. Now I'm going to move to the effects section where most of this is going to get done. Hyperdimension, I'm just going to crank it, because why not, where it's an effect. If you really want, you could do this, why not? Again, I just throw shit at LFO 2 and LFO 1, and I see what sounds cool. Even just a little bit's cool because it kind of creates movement. Flanger's awesome. You can turn the rate down to 0, which means it doesn't modulate to the BPM or rate, and then you can kind of crank this up, or you can leave it and crank it fast. For me, I'll leave that shit at 0 because I just like the way it sounds, and we're going to do something like this. Awesome. And you can do that with all the effects, the phaser, even the distortion if you wanted to, chorus, everything, whatever you want. Get creative with it. Just throw shit at the LFO too. I would say the flanger, the phaser, the hyperdimension, and I guess those would be kind of the most common ones. So I'll show you how I do the reverb if you haven't guessed yet. LFO 1 to kind of increase the size, also on the decay, and that's going to be pretty cool. And then on the mix as well. So check this out. And it started pitching down there because I played it. I'm doing the notes by my QWERTY keyboard or whatever. I'm holding the note. So obviously when I went over, it started pitching down. But if you draw the note manually 4 bars, it'll stop right at that peak, but it won't have the nasty click. That said, the EQ, we're going to do that. We're going to use that as a filter, just so I can do something else with the other filter. Again, you can get creative. You know, you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. So here we go. Pretty simple. Q is basically the resonance in this case. Let's pump it up a little bit, and we're going to try it. Awesome. And then last but not least, you can use this filter as well to kind of cut out some of the highs at the start. And you got yourself a pretty cool riser. So one last thing I'm going to show you, and this is the money maker. We're going to go to the matrix. You're going to see all of this. And those are all those cool automations you had done. We're going to take LFO 1, which is the slow riser, and we're going to modulate LFO 2 rate. And what that's going to do is going to make this go incrementally faster as the 4 bars comes. So let's try this. Turn it up a little bit. Super cool. Love it. And that's how I do my risers. Awesome. So I'm going to put this preset. Oh, that's a long hang time right there. So I'm going to put one of these presets in the below in the description so you guys can download it. Thank you guys so much. If you got anything out of this, please hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. I've been doing this for, I think, about 4 weeks now. So I'm feeling really good about that. Please, let's keep it going. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Peace.